Hi!
Hi.
Happy Pride Week! So today is actually Brighton Pride. We're at somewhere in the city, but going to Pride later.
Well, we're not actually there right now, we're in our own house, but...
Through the magic of the internet, we are in two places at once.
Ah.
But in honour of gayness and pride, we're going to think of our favourite 10 lesbian films. This is going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Because we have to think of 10 lesbian films that don't suck.
Even just 10 lesbian films, like... Can it be like films with lesbians in, but they're not like, it's not like the main thing, or does it have to be the main, like, protagonists are lesbians?
Okay. I think it has to have lesbianism, okay. Maybe not as a theme, but it at least has to have a lesbian relationship. Okay,
I don't know if that even helps me particularly.
So things like Boys Don't Cry, there are no actual lesbians in that film, although it's a very queer film, and the director is a lesbian. But that doesn't count. So my favourite film, lesbian film, that I have actually reviewed on this channel, can't above, is Imagine Me and You. Now, I think Imagine Me and You is great because it is just a kind of Richard Curtis, nice British film that happens to have lesbians. That's what I like. I like a film that...
I think it's kind of predominantly about lesbians.
Yes, but the lesbianism, it doesn't make it any different to the story of if Rach had married someone else and then met a man on her wedding day. That's what I really liked that. I liked that.
And also it's really nice that the florist, I'm so bad of like actors' names or even characters' names, but the florist one.
She's called Luce.
Like her mum is just like so, just like, oh darling, you know, just talks about it completely normally, like, yeah.
It's really good. It makes me happy. It's a happy, feel-good lesbian film, and there are not many of those.
Talking about Imagine Me and You, Piper Parabo, PP, yeah. Like...
Your chum, PP.
Yeah, PP, little PP. Anyway, like, she's also been in...
Lost and Delirious.
Yeah, Lost and Delirious.
I watched Lost and Delirious way too many times during my teenage years because it was like our sleepover film, which is a weird choice of film, I realise, but we would have sleepovers and watch it and cry and cry and cry.
It's got Misha Bartlett.
Yes, it does.
I just remember
who then went on to be also gay.
In the
she
OC.
was gay in Lost and Delirious, in the OC.
Well,
with Olivia Wilde.
I think she was only gay for a little bit.
And again, another reason that Imagine Me and You is great is Paulie from Lost and Delirious. It's all like, oh, heartbreaking, and then she grows up and she gets to be in Imagine Me and You when she's really happy. I know they're different characters, but don't ruin it for me. Okay. She didn't die, okay?
All
she's happy now.
Another lesbian film, Loving Annabelle. Have you seen that?
I haven't. Isn't that the one with the teacher
kind of,
and the student?
Teacher-student dynamics, like seductress kind of new girl, like lesbian teacher gets like seduced by her, goes weak. She's this strong woman and suddenly this student makes her go all weak. I watched that a couple of times, but it's so annoying because I think I watched it on like Mega Video or Mega Vids or whatever, one of those ones that you stream. Every, like, you know,
not that we are endorsing that.
No, and then like, you know, every like hour or whatever it is, it says, you have watched 60 minutes, you now must wait 75 minutes before you can watch another, or whatever it was. Like, and I'd be like, ah! So then I'd have to try and find like Putt Locker or like some other one or like whatever they were, and like, but then skip it, and then it was like I must have spent like about twice as long as the feature length
watching this film.
Yeah, I should have just bought the bloody thing. Like, it's so difficult.
Yes,
because I used to watch them like in the dead of night.
Yeah, you watched lesbian stuff
on like
before you actually
incognito
came out,
and like in incognito windows as well. So it wasn't even in my search. Who's even going to look at my laptop like, oh, you've been watching lots of lesbian dramas, and I'd be like, so? It's for research.
Well, I found lesbian films because I shared a family computer and an Amazon account with my parents. And I was like, well,
when I first told my sister I was gay, her first response was like, ah, here, I've got a porno with 2 women in it. And I was just like, I don't want to watch that.
Debs! Yeah, I made you watch Debs our first weekend together.
Yeah, that was good.
I love Debs. It's fun, it's light-hearted. Again, can you see what I like about lesbian films? Fun, light-hearted. I
haven't seen
Lucy Diamond.
I'm a Cheerleader.
Have I not made you watch that?
No.
We've got it downstairs.
I know, I've never seen it.
We need a DVD player though.
That's what they said at Gals Pals. They were like, that's the best lesbian film. I was like, I haven't watched it. They were like, what? You
Interesting. So I'd say that Debs and But I'm a Gin, they're quite similar. No. I'm going to continue with this vein. They're quite similar in that they're quite kitschy and fun, and they're really enjoyable films to watch. I don't like watching films where it's about like, oh, the trauma of coming out. Yes.
Roller derby. I don't think it's called that, but it's about roller derby.
Oh, the one made by Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
That's not called roller derby.
No. What's it called?
Is it a lesbian film though?
Nah. But you said it could include positive lesbian images.
Couples.
Yeah.
It's so disappointing. How far have we got?
I don't know.
Wait, I feel like we've not got enough. Oh! Okay, I know a really, really good one.
Carol. It's not good, but like that's like a depressing
Why is
lesbian
Carol?
drama.
I don't think Carol's bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not like a good.
You liked it until people told you it was bad.
No, I do like it. I was saying it's not good and like it's not a happy, like everyone loves each other.
But
like
I'm pretty sure a happy ending.
Oh yeah, at the end,
and that is rare.
Yeah, but they're all so depressed in it. Oh, blue is the warmest colour. You hated that. There was lots of sex in it. Wasn't there like that the longest sex scene of like? But it was a weird sex scene.
That's the thing. I feel like it's lesbian sex by people who don't know lesbians.
But you know, like the L Word.
Yes.
The director in that is a woman who's gay.
Yeah.
I got that right. And she directed the women of how to have sex so that it looked authentic. I mean, they weren't having like 20-minute sex scenes like they were in Blue is Warmest Colour. Yeah, we saw it in a room full of like women, like in The Duke of York.
Everyone's just like, no. No. But other foreign films. I don't want to say its name because it involves the F word. Yes, Effing Amal is about just two normal teenage girls who find each other and fall in love and uncover their feelings together. There's not like one is the seductress who knows everything and one is that kind of sweet little innocent who's alone and gets corrupted. So many teenage lesbian films are about someone has to get corrupted. Thinking My Summer of Love, which I hate and is not in the top.
I quite liked My Summer of Love. I have that on DVD.
Do you just like it because Emily Blunt's in it?
Possibly.
Like they get all intense and it's this big crush and then one of them tries to kill the other by drowning.
I don't know, it kind of like reminds...
I feel like I've seen it before. I hate that there has to be this correlation.
Do you know that
between,
film?
Oh, she's a bit screwed in the
like
head, therefore she's a lesbian.
It's like a Polikoff. Well, I watched an interview where Emily Blunt basically like, the director said it was really amazing to work with. Basically, like a lot of those scenes are all just there's not really any script. It was just like you get close and you're at, and they just have their own dynamics, and that's why I think you can read that tension because they are just absorbed in their characters, but they don't really know what's happening next.
I feel like I could like that film if I wasn't a lesbian, but it hurts my little teenage self. Because I was that kid who bought every single lesbian book that was going on Amazon at the time, and this was like the noughties, so there were probably like 20. Everything that had a mention of lesbianism I bought, and I'd always get so upset because only 5 of them, say, were actually about 2 girls coming together on an equal level who both liked each other. And then the others were all about like some girl gets corrupted by this wild, out of control girl, and her sexuality is somehow just deviant sexuality.
That scratching at the door is not like... it sounds like some horror film. It's like, it's just the dogs. I watched Tipping the Velvet. That was like one of my favourites.
Oh yeah.
And actually, I bought that box set when I was still going out with a boy.
Oh.
Because I think because it had been a BBC drama, it's some... What?
No, I just love that the BBC, so it's okay.
Yeah, so I was like, well, it's alright.
She's not gay, it's the BBC.
Yeah, it's recognised as a good piece of TV production. You know, it's been BBC produced, and I was like, well, there you go. It's not like I've just like gone on to Mega Videos and Put Locker and like, you know, that's dirty. Oh, we need to watch it. Oh, also there's that one with the like, she's a blonde older lady and she decides her marriage, like she needs like, you know, or she's divorced or I can't remember whatever, but she needs some sex in her life and she decides to call a call girl, like not a boy, a girl, to seduce her, basically to try and make her feel sexy. I think that's what happens. Or they make a mistake and they send a girl by accident and then she goes, oh well. But anyway, that's really good and they fall in love. No, but I'm really bad. Perfect Ending. That's the one with the tall, like, model-less kind of like core girl.
I think Grey Matters is cute. Grey Matters is quite cute. That's when a brother and sister fall for the same girl.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that
and they're just
one.
like quite chill about it.
Black Swan, that's got some lesbianism. Just a scene. How she dreams about her like going down on her. Again, you hate it because it's like another effed up kind of like...
Yeah, it's just linking mental disorders and lesbianism.
Gia.
Yes.
I love Gia. Another
Angelina Jolie.
Another sad like film.
I'm worth it for Angelina Jolie.
I love
every
that
time.
film. I watched that when I was quite young actually. I was quite affected by it.
So I Can't Think Straight, as I said.
Oh yeah, I Can't Think Straight. Oh, such a good film. That might come on, that might be...
That's top 10.
No, that's definitely above... That's like par with Imagine Me... No, it's above Imagine Me and You for me. I just really like the cross-cultural reference and like how there's lots of different things with why it's like difficult or sexy or whatever.
Which of course applies deeply to you.
Yeah, maybe that's why I relate to it. I think we've listed about 10.
I think we've listed the ones that we like. There are others we've seen and just been like, ah. But if you can think of any good ones that we should definitely watch, that we are missing out on, preferably ones where the lesbians don't kill each other or die, or are found to have some kind of mental instability, that would be great. Leave us suggestions down below. If you have any idea of any good lesbian films, again, good ones. Thank you.
We better go let Tilly in.
Yeah. Happy Pride! Yay!